Hi, welcome back to my Firework Stash 2018. I'm not sure what part we're on to now, to be quite honest with you. I think we might be 9 or 10. So it's only a short video because these are just rockets that I'll be using as the main display. I know I've got the slightly smaller rockets from Classic, the Scream Firework, which are noise, but these are more sort of proper rockets, which are from Latif's. I've fired these all before. Obviously you've got the venerable Warhawk, which is pretty much the standard at which all rockets of this sort of size should be judged, because in my opinion they're still the best, just because the break height is a lot lower, so the effect looks a lot bigger and the noise is phenomenal on these. So they're from Bright Star, and that's probably the best product Bright Star do in my opinion. We've also got a couple of bits from Primed. Primed are a great brand, love Primed. Their rockets are decent, but not as good as the Warhawks, but they're all the same size, as you can see. The same sort of warhead on the top, but they do different things. So Warhawks will be sort of brocadey type effects, and then I think that's my favourite there. That'll have a crackle in it. Solar Flare, they're slightly different. These unfortunately the motor on these launches them a lot higher, so the brakes don't look as big, unfortunately. That's the only downside, but they're more of a subtle effect there. I don't know if we can see what some of them do there. It says, yeah, silver cocoa and red strobe, so they'll all do different things there. We've got brocade crown and white strobe, so they're very pretty fireworks, but unfortunately the motor does take them up very high, so the brake doesn't look massive. So with these, what I'm probably going to do is put these and launch them together with some quick fusing, and we'll just set them all up at once, so hopefully the impact will look slightly better. I'll probably try and do a video with my my rocket rack that I've got, which will hold 6, so obviously it'd be fine with this 5-pack. We'll just fuse them all together. I could add maybe some Mercury Rising, which is obviously here. The slight difference with these ones is they're a double burst, I think. So you'll get a break and then a few seconds later a second break as well. So it tells you a little bit about them on the side there. Again, what I'll probably do is launch all these 5 together just to increase the impact, because like its counterpart there from Primed, the motor on them, they do go very high up before they burst, so the effects don't look as massive, unfortunately. So I will probably launch them all together. So let's do a little NEC comparison, because they do vary in price. Warhawks, they can vary drastically in price. I don't think you'll get them for £10 a packet anymore, but you used to be able to. And then Solar Flare and Mercury Rising, you're looking at minimum probably, if you can find them at 15 quid a pack, you're doing very, very well. Bite the hands off. But usually they're more like £20–25 a pack, to be honest, which that's really the top end of what you should be paying. I certainly wouldn't be paying anything over 20 quid for any of these packs, to be quite honest with you. It's just not worth it. Shop around. Obviously effects wise, Mercury Rising a Cat 3, 300 grams of NEC. So that'll be combined between the 5, I would imagine. So let's have a look at the Solar Flares. Less NEC there, but they're not double burst, obviously, so that will be the reason why. So there's only a slight difference. So really the Solar Flares you should be getting for a cheaper price than the Mercury Rising, if we're going to do an NEC comparison for the amount of powder weight in there. And then let's have a look at the Warhawks. F3 again, so the Cat 3 should be 1.3G, I think. I'm just trying to find the NEC. There you go, 300 grams. So they are on a par with the Mercury Rising. So technically the solar flare should be the cheapest of the three, but they're not. And that'll be obviously something for Primed to sort of explain why. So obviously single burst with the joint highest NEC. You've got double burst with the joint highest NEC, but don't forget obviously that's got to sort of space itself between the two bursts, so the bursts aren't going to be anywhere near as big as this. So like 2 bursts, 1 big burst. I don't know which one I prefer. I prefer 1 big burst. Never get bored of Warhawks, to be honest. Been out ages. But from the ones I've seen, like I said, in this sort of series, Warhawks still win. Next year I'll probably have a look at some of the rivals. I know Celtic have got some rockets out, and Prestigious Pyrotechnics have got some Warhawk Challengers as well, and there's loads of other variants. My only advice would be, if you see the ones from Standard / Black Cat, don't get them. I think they're called Black Hawks. Just look absolutely pants. So there are loads of different Hawk variants, and if you're not as au fait as perhaps some of us geeks are that love pyro, what you need to be looking at is the NEC. Okay, so if you can get 300 grams for less than 20 quid, I would suggest you're doing well. And if they're sort of any lower than say 250 grams for this size of rocket, I wouldn't touch them personally, because they're just not going to be as spectacular as these. So thanks for watching. I think this might well be my last stash video, unless I get a divorce. If there's another stash video, I probably will be getting a divorce, because we've spent a lot of money this year. So this may well be the last one. So have a great bonfire night this year, 2018. Yeah, and thanks for watching. Please check out all my other videos. I know there's a lot on there, but I do appreciate all the watches and the comments on there. So have a great time, guys, and I will see you for some New Year's firework stashes, hopefully, fingers crossed. That's the plan. All right, take care.